guys can hear me okay. Current time is 12:34. Just making sure everything's good. Sounds like we are good. Alright, well, welcome back, guys, to the live. Just want to say before I get started here, I apologize for the last stream. I don't know what happened exactly. Just for some reason, my internet just decided to take a shit. And decided to cut my stream in basically two pieces in and cut off. But here's the good news: we got our red deer great one. So it is officially done. We got our great one for the for the red deer. As I will show you that to you right this minute. I'll go ahead and show that to you. It took me nearly 2,000 kills to get this red deer. So it's been a hell of a long journey, but man, I was so ready to be done with that grind. Like, to be all seriousness, that'd be the last time I do red deer for a while. But check this out. So here is the red deer great one. It took me so long to get this deer. And this is when we got him. We got him on April 18th at 06:49 in the morning. This was a hell of a kill. And if you guys look at my YouTube videos I posted recently, I posted a video about the fallow deer and the red deer capture moments for the both great ones. And I am now currently going back to doing my second fallow deer great one, and my goal is to try to get all three great ones for fallow. Now once I complete all three and get all three, then I can move on to possibly doing whitetail. Now, based off what I've been seeing of research, I think that whitetail is going to be my longest grind. Based off what I see, that takes a while to do. And we're talking like a few thousand kills before the great one spawns for whitetail deer. So, before we start that grind, this fallow deer in particular we are looking to get is the spoon rack, and then known to be as the buzzsaw rack. We have I think it's the elk rack is what it's known to be, that we have. So we're only missing the spoon rack and we're missing the buzzsaw rack. So once we complete those two, then I will do a complete set of all three. But then once that's done, there's no reason for me to do any more fallow deer, because that's really reason why I'm doing fallow deer a second time and then a third time. But when it comes to red deer, I'm not going to say I won't never do it again, because I'm sure at some point if I get tired of doing another animal, I might do red deer again, but this won't be happening anytime soon. But it took me 26 diamonds to spawn to get this monster right here, and it took me a total of 4 rares, 3 piebalgs, and 1 melanistic. So if you look here, all of these, every single one of these red deer that are hung up are all diamond. Every single one. Every single one. Every single one of these diamonds. That's my biggest one, the 270. That's my biggest 9 legendary. So, if you look down here as well, these are my first 2 bipod, male and female bipod. And then here is my ultra rare melanistic red deer. Now the reason why he is a silver is because I didn't realize what he was, because I shot him from like 300 yards out and he was hidden underneath trees. Because of the type of fur, I thought he was like a regular red, and he was actually a melanistic. I used my 300 Magnum AR to shoot this guy, and I got a double lung shot, and I messed up the trophy. But the good news is he's still a melanistic at the end of the day. We still captured him. I wish I would have made more pay attention to it, but it's okay, because at the end of the day, at least I got a melanistic, and that alone is achievement. It's honestly an achievement within itself. So it's cool that I got this as my first time doing a red deer grind. I got a really rare This supposedly spawns 1 out of 2,500 red deer. That's how rare this is. So this is a pretty big deal, other than I messed it up, but who cares? I still got that melanistic. It's still cool. Because I don't know too many people that I've seen online that have this one, but it's still cool. It's still a trophy. So you guys seen those two. And my last bipod that I got. Sorry, I haven't been asleep yet. Anyway. So, here's the last one we got. This is the biggest one we got. He is a pretty big rack here. He's a pretty decent size. He was the last one we got before we completed this. He was the last bipod. And then, after I got 3 of my bipods, and then the melanistic spawned, we got a few more red 9 legendaries, and then after that, we got our great one. And this was a hell of a trophy. And honestly, I really wish I would have recorded this, like from the time I saw it, because what was happening was it was weird because I went to multiple different lakes and nothing was spawned in. And when I checked the time, it was at the perfect time, and they weren't all of a sudden they just wasn't showing up, and I thought that was weird. So after traveling to 3 different locations and not seeing anything, I went ahead and left and returned back to main menu and then respawned it back into the game. And then when I went to the first location, bam, there he was. But again, if you guys want to see that kill, it is located in my videos as one of my latest videos that I did. So every time I do a great one, it is going to be recorded and posted on my YouTube so that I can remember these moments. But this is my ultimate favorite great one by far. I like the spoon. I like the fallow deer, but this is really cool. But supposedly this is not actually the biggest one you can get. Supposedly these things get a lot bigger. So technically I got a bigger size one, but it's not actually the biggest they can get. But it's still cool the fact that it took me almost 2,500 kills to get this guy. And it took me a total of 16 days to get this guy. Nothing but hours upon hours of back-to-back grinds. I'm spending anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, if not longer, just grinding and killing deer, going from one leg after another. And of course, I was using, a total of 25 deer, 2,500, and I was using herd management. So there's plenty of videos out there that you can use to get the great one to spawn. Basically, your goal is you have to try to kill the biggest deer in each one. If you're using herd management, your goal is to shoot the biggest deer in each zone, and the zones that you don't want to have your main killing zones, the ones you don't want small deer on, you get rid of them. And the ones that do have small deer, those will be like your side zones, or zones that you're not going to really consider your main zones. So basically, the zones that you want to mainly consider as your main zones, you want to keep the small ones out and keep the big ones in. Basically, keep the biggest ones in your main zones, keep the small ones on your exterior zones. So, but other than that, it's been a blast doing this red deer grind. I am grateful and I'm glad that I actually got this deer, because at one point I was starting to get really concerned if this guy was ever gonna spawn. Because I mean, like 16 days and nothing but mythicals after mythicals after mythicals. I have never seen so many mythicals in my life. It has honestly been a crazy experience doing the red deer grind, and I've seen so many mythicals, and this grind is unreal. I've got quite a few, 9 legendaries, and most of them I recorded. And I kill them as well, because sometimes it's kind of cool to kind of determine if they're going to be a diamond or not. But if you played the game with as many hours as I have, I mean, some people might look at my hours and be like, oh, that's not that much. But I kind of got an idea, like once I get my first or 2 kills, that I kind of have an idea of when diamond's going to appear. And you can look at their trophy rating, and just based off their trophy rating alone, you can kind of tell if they're a diamond or not just from their trophy rating. So you can kind of tell if they're going to make it or not. So they're diamond potential, but you can kind of tell if they're a guaranteed diamond if they're not. So other than that, it's been a blast, but I am not doing this grind again anytime soon. It has been a blast. It's been fun, but now it's time to move on and do the next grind, which is over here. As you can tell, this is the only great one I have for Fallow Deer. This guy took me about a little over a week to do. I'd say about 8 days he took me to get this guy. It took me about 600 kills or so. 600 and maybe 7 to get this guy. Um, so I got this guy in about 8 days, and the red deer took me 16 days, so almost double. Well, yeah, damn near it is double actually. 8 and 8, 16. Yep. So it took me basically double the amount of time to get red deer than this guy only took me 8 days. So with that being said, we're gonna continue this fallow deer grind until we can get all 3 variations of the great one for fallow. So I'm kind of hoping I get the spoon rack for the next great one. But supposedly, what I was told, this particular grind is the easiest to do, and supposedly you can get another great one as little as 67 kills past your first great one. So for all I know, I could be almost there already. Like, all right. So I've already started my great one grind with fallow deer. I started it last night or 2 days ago, and well, today's the 19th or 20th, 19th. So that great one I started about a day and a half. I'll say just say day and a half. I've already had five. I've already had 5 diamonds already spawned for me already, and 1 rare already, and that was another piebald. I've already had another piebald show up for fallow deer, so that's cool. So we already got another piebald. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna put him here actually and get rid of this goat. I mean, I'm not sure how you guys feel, but I'm not a big fan of these goats in particular. So let's see. Yeah, today's the 18th. Yeah, no, that was yesterday. This was the last piebald I got. What's the battle? Yeah, he's a 193, so he's a gold. So this is the latest piebald I got. The latest one. So it's kind of cool. I got a gold piebald. It's kind of cool, honestly. I really like it. I think it's cool. And that's my latest rare. I've already had 1 rare and 5 diamond already spawned and 1 troll. So technically I've had 5 or 6 of the 5 medium deer already spawned. So this is already accelerating it fairly quickly. So with that being said, let's continue with this grind and see how long it takes for our next great one spawns, and hopefully this guy can have a buddy. We would like to give this total one 3. I'm gonna probably keep the 2 here, keep this one here for now until I can get all 3. Once all 3 are spawned in and I can make a total like trophy, then I'll put all 3 of them here. But let's go ahead and continue on with our fallow deer grind, and hopefully we'll get her something soon. Alright, let's continue to our main menu. Let's continue our grind. But I just figured I'd go ahead and show you that to you guys, because I really think you guys would enjoy seeing it on live stream. Because like I said, I'm not gonna knock it and say that the red deer grind wasn't fun, because it wasn't bad, but it was just not a grind that I really like preferred, honestly. If you know what I mean, like it's not a grind that I didn't. So basically, what I mean is, I did not enjoy the red deer grind as much as I did the fallow. The fallow deer was a lot more funner to me than the red deer. Like, I think maybe it's because there was so much more you can run into. Like these guys, they only get a 3, 4, and a 5. That's literally it. You don't have very many options you can go with, and it was just generally bigger the animal, the harder, I guess. Now, you guys can correct me in the comments below and say if you think I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the bigger the animal, the harder the great one's gonna spawn in, because there's gonna be more options. Like, for example, you'll get like an 8 mythical, 9 legendary. Like these guys, they don't get the mythicals because they're not big enough. All you get is a 3, 4, and then you get 5. And depending on the trophy rating, that will determine if it's a diamond or not. So, like I said, I pretty much got a very good idea how to testify if these guys are diamond or not, because I already did the grind on these guys before. So it's pretty easy to identify what's going to be a diamond and what is not. Like, I've never had a level 4 hit a diamond before, so the only time I'm actually careful with these guys is if I see a 5. Other than that, I just shoot them. But anyway, let's get this on and let's continue and let's start our great one grind again. Hopefully we'll see you guys soon. I'm going to go ahead and kill this guy first, so we're going to kill the other one. Bam! Just like that, he's done. Let's go ahead and collect these guys here, and we'll just make our rounds like we did before. And the only thing I did different this time around was I added these blinds here. Like before, I would just jump from one lake to another, and I would just hit them up and create mid pressure in each zone. Well, I did not realize that blinds actually like lower the pressure on the amount of kills that you get, because the blinds actually give you more opportunity to kill more deer per zone. So I did not know that. See, in my first grind, I just went to a tent and went to the zone and just started killing. Like, I didn't realize that there was actually I didn't realize that you can actually use a blind to lower the amount of pressure you put in per zone and increase your amount of deer you can kill. From what I'm understanding, you can kill up to 16 deer per zone in a blind before you kill the zone. Unless you're hunting buffalo or bison, that is pretty much almost damn near impossible to do, because there's not a lot of animals, at least on this map, that you can kill up to 16 animals in one time. Like, I don't really think that's possible. But then again, if you hunt this area frequently and you kill and kill and kill and you don't get the zone enough time to recover, then yeah, it's possible to pretty much kill the zone. But I limit my kills per zone with like 2 kills per zone, depending on, you know, the circumstances of the deer that's there. Sometimes I might do 1, sometimes I might do 2, but other than that, I don't usually do more than 2 kills, because even though I'm using, like, some of these areas I hunt, I don't have a blind attached to it, because it's just kind of like weird to put a blind in an area that's really not that important where you'd need, or there's not a good spot for it. Like, I like to speed run through my zones and just kill as many deer as I can. So, like, I technically could set one. Like, I set the zones here, right? I could technically set one probably, like, right here and just shoot, and I would have less pressure. But it would not make sense, because this is a grind. Like, I'm not looking to take my time on this grind. I'm looking just to get it done and speed run through it and basically set as many kills as I can. Like, I'm not here to create a perfect grind to where I'm killing, you know, less animals. I'm here to kill as many motherfuckers as I can. And I am not worried about creating pressure in little areas like that. Now, main zones, yeah. I'll put a blind there and I'll shoot the animals. Like, in this area here, I put a blind in this area because there's a lot of deer in this area. And this area in particular creates one of the most amount of deer. So I won't go out here and I won't kill the zone. Because my very first grind I've ever done was my first great one. That was my first kill I've ever done. I did not use a blind, and I actually killed this zone right here multiple times during my grind, not intentionally. That's one of the reasons why there's no deer right here, because I've killed this zone more than 3 times in my first ever grind, there's just no deer that spawns there, so they avoid that area. So in little areas like this, and like right here, I don't usually particularly care to put a blind there, because usually in these zones here, like here and here, and even, yeah, actually, yeah, here, these 2 here, these 3 here, I don't really particularly care to put a blind, because there's only usually 1 or 2 kills that I can usually take that would be killable. Like, I don't kill anything less than a 3, because it's just, generally, it's not recommended when you're doing herd management not to kill anything less than a 3. But then again, if you guys heard differently, because like I said, I might have done this before, but I'm not a pro at it. So, with that being said, if you guys have any suggestions for me
feel free to comment and let me know, because I'm willing. If you guys have a better like solution or tactic to help me have a better experience with herd management and grinds, just let me know. I'm more than happy to try new other tactics besides what I currently know, because if there's a better way to do this, I am more than happy to uh, learn to do it that way if that's more effective. But anyway, so like this is example like right here. So there's nothing but doe here, and there's one male. So this is like one of the reasons why that I won't waste 7,000 coin or money on a blind for a zone that only contains 1 to 2 males at a time. I can just kill both of the males, and I'd still have mid pressure, and I would not kill the zone. Now, if this zone contained like 5 to 6 different males that are shootable, then I'd put a blind there, because then I can kill more animals at once, and I won't have to worry about killing the zone. Because if you don't have a blind, anybody that plays Call of the Wild knows if you kill more than 3 animals per zone without a blind, you'll kill the zone, and animals will avoid it. So anyway, we'll go ahead and shoot this guy real quick, drop him, and
Go grab our kill. But yeah, it's
this particular. Wait a minute. Did I collect my first kills? Did I? Did I? Did I claim my kills? Let me collect this guy and let me find out. I maybe my brain is playing games with me, but I can't remember if I collect my first kill or not. I tend to do that when I stream for some reason. I forget to collect my kills. Like, but if I'm playing this by myself, like I'm not like just streaming or recording, I go through this like it's nothing. But for some reason, I forget to collect my kills when I'm streaming. But not a big deal. We're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna go back real quick and figure out if we collect our kills or not. Which I think we did. I just don't remember. But it's not a big deal. Either way, we're gonna go back and figure it out. We're not gonna make a big deal out of something that we can just go back and check on. We're, yeah, looks like we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, we're good. We don't. Yeah, we didn't forget them. Now, if we exit the game, we would never know. Oh yeah, it's not a big deal. Okay, we're good. We're good.
alright. We're gonna go ahead and travel over here, and we're gonna go and figure out if there's animals on the other side of the bridge. Now, when it comes to this particular one, zone, I don't use a blind. There is more deer in this direction, but I don't usually particularly care to put a blind here because there's just not a lot of deer here that are shootable. And these are actually one of the zones that I don't really see a lot of big ones in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look around, see what we can find. Would not be the first time that I've actually gone to the zone and have not shoot anything. So we're just gonna go in here and do our usual run around and see what we can get ourselves into. Because a lot of times, if you see like the zones, you've seen like a 3 or a 4 in before, and then they respawn as a 2. Oftentimes, if that's all you see in the zone, you're best just to leave it alone and just go to a different zone, and you can find another 4 or even a 5 at another zone, and you can kill more. You can kill more animals at a different zone if you don't see a usual like 3, 4, or 5. Like if you're doing a fallow deer grind and you're new at this, just from based off my experience now, take it with a grain of salt. Like right, like I'm no pro. I don't have enough hours time into this game to consider myself a pro, because technically I'm not. I'm not consider myself a pro, and honestly, I'd suggest getting a second opinion because there's more people out there that know what they're doing versus me. But if you see a 4 in the zone, like here's a 2, right? From what I hear from many other players, they say that it's not a good idea to kill a 2 because you want to, if you're using herd management, right? Like if you're using herd management, then you know you have to be particular with what you shoot. But if you're not using herd management, then basically just shoot all the males you can get without killing the zone. So if you are using herd management, you have to be particular what you shoot in per zone. Now, if you're not using herd management, then you can just shoot whatever you see, shoot on sight, getting your blind or whatever, and just shoot every male you can do. Just whatever you do not shoot a female. For some reason, and this has happened to me personally, and it's happened to other people that I watch, for some reason, if you shoot a female, especially if it's like a very small group, like we're talking like two females, one male, right? If you shoot one of the females intentionally trying to shoot a male, because sometimes, like at least for me, when I try to shoot a male and I don't get a good shot on it, or I get a good shot on it but I don't, because sometimes getting a good shot on these animals sometimes can be a little weird, especially when you're like when you're zeroed in to like a higher like level of like yards. Sometimes even though you're aiming low, your bullet's real high. Because like let's say there's an animal that's like 150 yards away and you're zeroed into 218 yards. If you're aiming directly at the lungs, you're most likely either gonna miss, or you're gonna hit the spine, or you're just gonna get a flesh shot on the animal because you're zeroed way above what you're actually targeting. So basically, you need to basically be more particular and be careful with what you shoot. But when it comes to females, they mess up your grind. Like it causes issues with respawns, and it just messes everything up. And if you shoot a female during your grind, it can really mess things up. Now, in my experience, you can easily avoid it if you do this tactic. From my experience, if you accidentally shoot a female and you have time to go out and click out of the game, like if you go here and click menu, if you do that, and as long as you exit the game before the female dies, you can save it. Basically, it will not die. And I've tested this theory many times personally and on purpose to see if this works, because I've had so many times that where you're aiming at an animal from like a far distance and you can't tell they're there, because for some reason when you have an animal highlighted, it literally makes all the other animals that are in front of it look like there's nothing there when there's actually a female there. Like I've been pretty much like if you aim at a female when you're doing your thing, it messes up your grind. Like it's honestly, it really creates a lot of issues. But like if you're shooting at a male, make sure that you don't have another female in front of it. But if you accidentally shoot a female, exit into the main menu as quickly as you can, and as long as you time it right, you can save it. How I know this tactic works is because when there's no pressure there, and at this time I wasn't using a blind, so if I killed more than two, you can tell, especially if you're familiar with Call of the Wild, that you would notice if there's more than one animal that's dead based off of pressure. And I've had it where I've had low pressure on a one kill, and I know after 2 kills it goes to mid. And I've actually killed and got a decent shot on a male and accidentally shot a female, because let's say it drops like and it gets back up and runs, and there's a female when you're trying to make a shot runs in front of your bullet. If you do that and you realize you shot a female, if you exit the game before it dies and leave before the female has a chance to die, you can save it and it won't affect your grind. You can just go right back to what you're doing. It basically resets it, and with that's a good thing. So Farmer of the Wild, hey, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. I'm at 83 subs. Honestly, like that's actually really good. Like you probably,
I don't know how many I got, to be completely honest with you, but thank you so much, Farmer of the Wild. I really appreciate you subscribing. But yeah, so if you're new to grinding, like I know not everybody grinds for great ones. Like some people just literally just get on here just to hunt whatever they can find. Like you can hunt a lot of animals in this game based off map and location, but generally, it's not a bad thing as long as you know how to herd management. And basically, what's pretty much the benefit of herd management is you'll increase your chance of getting a diamond. You'll have increased chance of getting furs, rare furs, and you will have an idea where your big deer are going to be spawned versus randomly, or you got to like find out where they're spawned in, because herd management kind of gives you a better tactic and like knowing where your main deer, where your main shooters are going to be. What the heck? I'm trying to figure out like where this water is going to get thin. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, wait, here we go. Is it getting lower? Come on. Man, I should just... oh, here we go. That water mechanic thing is weird.
But yeah. If my suggestion is, if you're gonna do your first great one, definitely fallow deer is one of the easiest ones. Now, there's other options you can do, but a lot of YouTubers like Lady Legends, KG Gaming, Scarecrow, and even Rooster himself they're like pretty much experienced players, and they even recommend, like mainly not really so much Scarecrow, or not so much Rooster. If you watch his channel, you'll understand what I mean. Am I really about to die to a bunch of fucking deer? Like, come on, fuck off, guys. Anyway, a lot of basically like familiar or like very popular YouTubers will recommend herd management for the best experience and the best animals to kill. But anyway, enough talking about me. Let's continue on this hunt. So let's see what we can find at this next level. Alright, so wait, okay. Is there a way to like buy like a med kits? Because I honestly would love to know how to do that. I would love to know how to get meds or like a med kit, because my health's going down. I would love to know, like, where is... There it is. Would you look at that? I didn't know that was even a thing. We'll just buy 100 of them. I had no idea that was even a thing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go over our med kits, and we're gonna put that in our. We're gonna put that definitely in our inventory, because we need that. Because we almost died to a fucking fallow deer. That's embarrassing. All right, we'll go ahead and get this. Perfect. That's awesome. Alright, well we got 100 of those, so we got plenty to go. So an animal decides to try to kill us, we have a chance of survival. But yeah, the red deer has been a hell of a grind, but I'm so glad that we can be done, because for all I know, I could have gotten another 100 some kills, and I could have gotten another one, or it could have been another 3,000 kills. We don't know how the respawn works in this game, but we can surely try to figure it out. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we can find down here. So there's a 4. There's 2 4s here, so I'll probably take those 2. That's a 3. Alright, we got our 2 kills. So we're gonna hit this guy first. Long and long. And he's in the water. Alright, well, we got a floater. Alright, we're gonna wait for him to come across. And we're gonna go collect our kills and continue on. Right now it's currently 1:09, so we're gonna probably play until about, I'd say 2:45. Yeah, for about another hour, a little over an hour, we're gonna play. Then I had to get ready for work, but this will be a little bit of time for us to play. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but I can't stream at night. for some reason at nighttime I have a hell of a time to like it. For some reason it messes up my internet's, I guess, strength to the towers nearby, because for some reason I just cannot get proper internet access or enough strength in the internet Wi-Fi to get me to stream proper. But no big deal. If I have to stream during the day, then we'll stream during the day. Not a big deal. If I don't have a problem streaming every couple hours for this game before I have to go to work, I have no problem with that. If I have to wait till daytime, then we will. Not a bad shot. Straight through the lung, into the liver, well, through the liver and into the stomach. Not a bad shot. Alright. Alright, we'll go grab our other kill and continue on our grind. But if I had to pick for the next great one, I'm hoping for a buzzsaw rack. I'm hoping to get that. But if we get the spoon rack, not a big deal to me. It's traditional. Technically, it's pretty well. Yeah, it's pretty close to the normal ones. It's just a little bit more smoother, I guess. I mean, it is kind of. It is. That's a fallow deer, so it does look somewhat like a fallow deer. But for some reason, the particular great one that I got, a lot of people tend to have a hard time getting that one in particular. But we'll figure it out one way or the other. We'll get it done, and we'll see what the game has to offer. Hopefully, when I get my next great one, you know, knock on wood, that I won't get the same exact one, because that can happen. But we'll figure it out as we get our great ones. But yeah, when I got that great one for the red deer, that was an awesome experience. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was thinking to myself, like, is this thing never gonna spawn? Like, it's been over a week now, and I'm ready for this thing to spawn. And then, not even an hour after I said that, he appeared, and it was amazing, and it was so much fun. It was a great experience. Honestly, it really was. It was a great experience, but I'm not doing that again anytime soon. But we moved on, and now we're back into our fallow deer grind, and I love this grind. Like, and I'm not the only one. A lot of people like that play this game like religiously love the fallow deer grind, mainly because of how enjoyable it is, and the fact that it's an easy grind to get the great one for. So we're gonna take him out, and then we're gonna take him. 2 4s, perfect. This is one of the zones that I have a blind for, because it will decrease our chances to the maximum of not killing the zone. Unlike our first time we did the grind, we didn't use these, and little did I know it would have helped us a lot if we didn't. And bam. 2 4s, not bad at all. Anything over here? Doesn't look like it. He's a 2, I can't shoot him. Another 2, yeah. These guys I can't shoot because they're too small. So I will leave them alone. Let's just grab our 2 4s and move on. So that's a good question, Jamie. I honestly, based off my experience, I don't truly, like, down to the T understand the response, but from my experience, your main zones that you want to keep big ones in, you can only, basically, you need to keep your little ones in the exterior zones. So obviously you have to choose your zones that you are considered your main zones, like the ones you want to keep the big ones in. And if you fill your exterior zones with lower levels and you keep them there, when you kill a big deer in your main zones, you will basically not give the response like much of a choice. And basically what it does is the game tells you, like, oh, okay, he has like a lot of lower tier deer in his zones. and they need to even out the respawns. And then what it does, it triggers the game to respawn bigger deer. I mean, honestly, at first I had a hard time understanding it. Like, I'm pretty slow when it comes to like grinding or learning new shit. But from my experience, your main thing is you need to keep your little small level deer in your exterior zones, or your deer zones that you consider secondary, like the zones you won't normally mainly hit first, and keep your respawns for your big ones in your main zones. So if you go to one of your exterior zones and they're basically shot down to where there's only like two females and one male, leave it alone, especially if it's a level 2. Like for fallow deer, if it's a level 2 and that's all you see in that zone, don't use it. Don't even mess with it. Like, now, every once in a while, if you like, if let's say you found like a diamond or whatever, or you found another level 4, and you go to that particular same zone, like after you did your round, and you notice in that same exact zone you don't see another level 4, it is it's not a bad idea to go to your exterior zones and check for bigger deer, because sometimes that can happen. But that's kind of like, if you're using herd management, that is actually not a bad idea. Like, if you're grinding for a great one, like you were mentioning, you need to mainly focus on, if you want the best experience, in my opinion, it is suggested to hit and use um, the herd management. So you need to use herd management, in my opinion, will get you your best experience. But then again, you don't have to. Basically, the benefit of using herd management, you had the best chance to spawn diamonds, rare furs, and basically, if you're not using herd management, you just basically have to shoot every male you see. So basically, the reason why I'm saying you should leave certain levels in certain zones is because if you feel that particular zone you consider is a secondary zone, and it's filled up with small levels, as long as they stay alive and you don't kill if you don't kill those deer, they'll always be there for the rest of the time. So basically, if you fill your exterior zones with small deer, and you notice that you basically have all your deer that you want as your main shooting deers in your main zones, then it's managed. That's what you want in a herd management. If you're not using herd management, just shoot every male you can see. Just whatever you do, Jamie, do not shoot females. If you shoot a female in your grind, I don't know why, and it's happened to me and it's happened to many others, it screws up your grind. It messes up the way the spawn points work and what deer basically spawn there, because basically what it does is that particular female you shot by mistake could actually take another place of another a great one or a diamond or whatever. So basically, anytime you're shooting deer, you want to make sure that you're not hitting females, because you can potentially be replacing that respawn with another female that could have been a diamond or a rare fur. And that's one of the reasons why it's so important that you don't kill your females, because they can take the place of a good deer, like another bigger male or rare fur or a diamond. But based off my experience, Jamie, that's really all I can say. Like, traditionally, nobody truly knows how the respawns work in this game. As a matter of fact, from what I heard, a lot of people say that Call of the Wild don't even want you to know how to even do that. They don't even want you to know how the respawns work. They want to keep that as a secret, which, honestly, to really think about it, it really would be better that way, because you don't want to ruin the fun of the game. If you figured out how to respawn constant diamonds and constant rares, it would ruin the fun of the game. So honestly, for them to keep that a secret and keep that as basically as a method for people to figure out, and it kind of like keeps the fun in the game. Like, if people figured out how to constantly respawn rares and diamonds, it really messes up everything, and it doesn't make the game as fun. So honestly, I respect that. But yeah, so sorry about the long response, but I've kind of had to give you the best advice and best experience I can give you. Then again, take my experience. and basically everything I told you with a grain of salt, because at the end of the day, everybody's respawns are, or like everybody's experience when it comes to grinding is never the same. And what I mean is my zones are not going to be the same as your zones, because like, it can vary upon the person and depending on what zones are your main zones. In what zones are you consider your secondary. Like some people might treat this lake here, for an example, as a secondary. Like I consider this like a main zone, because I noticed when I'm grinding for fallow deer that I tend to have a lot of diamonds spawn here. So what I do is out of each lake, I do not shoot more than, like, well, I should say more like drink zones. So like for example here, like these are drink zones, right? I will not shoot any more than 1 to 2 per zone. And let's say these two, right? See how close these two are together? Even though these are 2 different drink areas, I still will not kill any more than 1 or 2. Like let's say if these two are, like, I have killed one in here and here. If there's already a low pressure here, I will not kill more than 1 if there's already pressure in this area, even if it's low. Because what happens is if you set this to, because they're so close to each other, if you set the low level to high level pressure, it will take a lot longer to relieve the pressure. So if this area, I killed 2 deer here between these two, and there's mid pressure here, or I kill 3 and it hits high pressure, if I were to come back, this pressure is not going to be around, or it's not going to be gone completely. And if I were to kill another 2 and it still says mid, either 2 things can happen. You can either have very high pressure of high, or you'll kill the zone altogether. And the one thing you don't want to do is you do not want to kill your zones when you're doing a grind, because it can mess it up too. Is it true that you can't shoot all the bucks in a zone because you will have to because you'll have to restart the zone? So basically what happens is it kind of varies upon person. Like for me, I've killed all of the males in each zone many times, but that depends on how many there is. Like what I mean is, like, see how there's 3 males here, right? Or like 4. The last thing you want to do is kill all of these males, because you can kill the zone. So basically in this particular location, so let's say you see it right now, I got a 4 in front of me, right? And this is a 3 and that's a 3, right? So in this situation there's 2 3s. What I want to do in this situation is pick the biggest 3 and shoot the 4. And do not shoot any other ones. So basically in each zone you want to kill no more than 1 or 2. If there's no pressure at all, kill 2 kills. If there is pressure, kill 1. Because if you shoot too many, you can potentially kill the zone, and that would mess up your spawn points. So basically what you want to do is you want to keep your respawns consistent. And what happens is if you keep respawns consistent, you'll kind of figure out over time what zones are like your side zones, or what zones are your main zones. You'll notice as you continue to go back to the same zones over and over again, you'll notice what zones have your main deer that are big and potentially shootable, then the zones that you kind of like know that are like, okay, these things have like mainly small deer in it, and you'll usually avoid them. But check on them, because every once in a while the game will respawn the deer, but it will actually be in a small zone. So even though you more likely will not shoot anything in that zone, but it does not hurt to actually go and check the zone just in case there's something there. So basically my tactic is there's a 4 here and there's 2 3s. Out of both of these 3s, I need to find out which one's the biggest 3. And then once I determine which one is the biggest 3, I will pick that biggest 3 and that 4 and kill them both. And then once I kill them both, I claim the kill and I move on to the next zone. But never shoot any more than 2 kills per zone. And the reason being is because you don't want to kill it, especially if the drink zones are too close to each other. So in this case, this is a 4. So now this is that's a 2. So this, let's say, oh, will you look at that? And that's why you're patient, because like right here, there's 2 4s, right? So what you want to do in this situation is kill both of the 4s. There you go. So
sometimes even waiting for your kills to pop up, like if that just happened. Like originally, I was gonna kill 1-3 and 1-4, but that 4 popped up, so it changes it. Now, if you accidentally shoot a smaller deer and a big 4, not a big deal. Because at the end of the day, as long as you're killing one of the main deers that are the biggest in your zones, you're still making progress, because as long as you're not killing a very small one. But yes, it is true that if you kill too many bucks in one zone, it can kill the zone. Because if it's only a solo zone, like if there's only one buck that shows up to that zone all the time, you do not want to kill it, because you'll kill the zone. Even though it's not by pressure, but it's by respawn. Some zones are just considered solos, and basically it will still kill the zone either way, because you're killing the only deer that goes there and drinks. So if you do have a solo zone, I usually just leave it alone personally. I don't mess with it. I just leave it be. So if you're using herd management, this is the way to do it. If you're not using herd management, then shoot as many males as you can. If you do plan on doing that, I recommend using a blind, because if you're shooting every male in each zone, if you're planning on doing that, use a blind for every zone you have, because basically how the respawn works for the great one is you want to kill as many males as you can, but do not ever shoot a female. Like I said before, it messes up your grind, and that's been proven many times. So if you're planning on doing a grind, avoid killing a female at all costs. If for some reason you accidentally shoot a female and it did not die right away and it runs off, as long as its health ain't dropping significantly, you can actually go and press your main menu here, go to system, and you go to exit main menu. As long as you leave the game before that female dies, you can save it. Because there was many times that I was shooting a male and I accidentally shot a female, and I thought, okay, shit, I need to get out. I need to figure out how to fix this, because if you claim that female, it can mess up your grind. But as long as you shoot the female in a non-killable spot, like non-vital, and as long as it ain't dying too quickly and you have time to exit the game, if you do it before that deer drops, most likely, not all the time, but most of the time, you can save it. I can't tell. I don't want to X. Done. But basically, all the information I'm providing to you is all my personal experience. So everybody on YouTube that plays this game can give you different opinions and different suggestions. Probably a lot better than I can, but I'm just giving you suggestions based off my personal experience. But yeah, that's my suggestions. If you're gonna kill males, every male in each zone, just make sure there's more than 3 females in each zone. As long as there's 3 females and 1 male, you will be safe to kill whatever males are in that zone. If there's only 1 male and 1 female, or 2 females and 1 male, it's not recommended to kill it, because there's a chance that it may not respawn. Because there is many zones out there that you can kill the only male and it will respawn as another female, and all there is at that zone is females. So you need to basically just be kind of, thoughtful of what you're shooting at. Like for me, I will not shoot in my main zones no bigger or no smaller than a 3. Because what happens is, most of the time, if you shoot a 3, a lot of times it would respawn as a bigger 3 or even a 4. Sometimes even a 5 if you get lucky. Like in this grind, I started this like not even a day ago. Like maybe a day and a half ago or something like that. I can't remember. That I've already had 1 rare spawn, and I've already had 5 diamonds spawn plus 1 troll. So 1 troll, 5 diamonds already. And I've only been in this grind for maybe a little over a day. So this grind is going a lot faster than my first one. And that's actually something I was told a lot by many people, because I watch a lot of YouTube. And what a lot of people say is, a lot of times when you've already done your first Great One grind for a particular species, and you actually go and you do it another try, a lot of times the second grind usually goes a lot faster than your first time. Like, I've actually had people tell me they were able to respawn a great one as little as 67 kills after their first great one. That is insane to do. Like, I've never had anybody tell me this before you're going online and you review videos, that you can literally, you can respawn another great one after your first one, after your, as little as 67 kills. Like, that's insane. I've never had that happen to me personally, but honestly, it's been done. But then again, the respawns in this game is unpredictable. You can't really tell when and how your great ones will spawn, or how many deer are going to respawn, because there is no actual way to really know what the respawns are going to look like, but you can kind of figure it out as you play. So in this situation, it's best if you just let it be and just kind of play the game, and as you play it, you'll figure it out what ones will respawn. Oh, there, he died. Okay, now where's the other one? Where's that other 4 at? There he is. He's too close to a female. Ah! Oh, he's down. He's going down. I got a vital. Nice.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that kind words, man. You were the best. I appreciate that, man. I try my best to give the best advice I can, because unfortunately there's so many people that play this game that actually know even a better tactic than I can give you guys, that refuse to share it because they want to take advantage of the way they do things. Like, I like to personally give advice to people and try to give them the best experience, because I've like it whenever people, go. Okay, it's starting to make sense now. I shot a fallow deer that was almost a diamond, but it came back as a small 3. How did that happen? So that's kind of like one of the questions I had too. So, if you shot a almost potential a diamond and it responded as a 3, that could actually be. There's a couple different things that could happen with that. So, if you are shooting a almost potential diamond and it responds as a 3, that's kind of one of the things about Call of the Wild. You can't determine if they're going to respawn bigger or smaller. It can go either way. Now, the chances of that going smaller is less than it is going bigger. But it's actually how the respawns work in the game. But it also could be, that could be another kill you could have had from before that potential. Like, let's say you killed another deer, and then you moved on to a different zone, and you killed that diamond potential almost. If you killed that potential diamond after you got another kill, for all you know, that actual other kill you got could have been that kill instead of your diamond potential, because deers respond based off the amount of deer you kill. But I've actually had that same thing happen where I've shot in a diamond and it responded as a 3. Sometimes that's just how the respawns work. But as long as, from my personal experience, like I said, as long as it's a 3 or above, you will have no problem continuing the 3 and the 4s. If you're constantly shooting 3s and 4s and you leave the 2s and 1s alone, you will see over time that you will notice that there's going to be certain zones that you are going to be shooting at that are going to have nothing but small deer. If you see that, don't shoot it. Leave it alone. And if you see the zones that are consistent with respawns with 3s and 4s or even a 5, that you will notice that those are your shootable zones. But if you leave the ones that have small deer all the time, those are the zones that you don't want to shoot. Leave the ones that you have small deer alone and shoot the ones that have the big deer in it. But you won't notice that at first. Like, herd management is actually really hard at first, because especially if you're brand new to it, like if you're going from a fresh start, it's gonna take some time to get it managed. But once you got it managed, then as you go around into your zones, you will figure out what zones have your big deer and what zones do not.
So basically, the main thing about herd management and grinding, it takes patience. Like, it's patience. Patience is key when it comes to grinding because my red deer I just completed literally the other day. It took me, I had an estimated guess that took me close to 2,000 kills, and took me a total of 26 or 16 days to complete. So here's an example here. You see how that there's only one deer here? Now, I've seen this zone before with multiple deer. The only way you can truly know if this is a solo zone is if you go up to the indicator here, right? If you go here and it says the population of 1, then that's a solo zone. Now, because I know this zone contains more than 1 deer, I'm going to shoot it because it will have respawns because it's a 5 to, or 3 to 4 zone, which you'll see in a minute what I mean. Now, if this zone contains 1, then you don't want to mess with it. See how though the footprints disappeared? So in this case, this is a good example of what I mean not to do. So zones can change based off how many times you killed the deer. So you see how there's no. Oh well. Is there? Yes. Yeah, I don't see anything here. Okay, this is a different zone. These are 2 different zones here. Okay, you had me confused. Anyway. Okay, so I'm back on track here. So these were actually 2 different zones. It's just kind of weird because it wasn't marked. But anyway, when you seen that I went to claim the animal and there was a whole bunch of like tracks, now they're not there because I killed the only animal that was on that zone. So it seems like to me that zones change, which can happen. But anyway. So this is what I'm looking at. So this is a 3. So it's estimated is 165 to 206. This one is 138 to 180. So you know how there's 3 females here. So in this case situation, since there's 3 females, you can kill both of the males because since there's more than 3 females, you will actually have the ability to have respawns. So, since I killed both of these males here, the reason why the consistency is good on this particular zone is because there's 3 females. As long as you got 3 or more, you're okay to kill both. But, I recommend that you don't kill a 2 or a 1. If it's a 3 or higher, you're fine. Hey. No, little man. No bark. If you guys hear my dogs, ignore them. Man. Little man. Okay, so like I said, here's the main things you need to focus on. If you're shooting a zone, make sure that it's at least a 3, okay? If it's a 3, 4, or even a 5, you can shoot it. If you see a 2 in any of your main zones, right, I don't personally shoot it. But, here's the exception. And this is when shit gets confusing. Alright, and this is one thing I never understood, and it's hard for me to understand as well, is this. If you see a 2... If you see a 2 in one of your main zones and you don't want that deer there, it is okay to kill it because you don't want small deer in your main zones. You want the small deer in your external zones. So keep that in mind as well. So let's say you come up to one of your main zones and you see, oh hey, there's a 2 in my main zone. It's okay to kill it because it's in one of your main zones. You just don't want to kill a small deer in one of your external zones because he could possibly get into one of your main zones. You want to keep basically, here's your goal. You want to keep all your small deer on the external zones, which you consider as a external zone or secondary zones, and keep your big deer consistently respawning in your main zones. That's the goal.
Okay, thank you very much for the help. I just subscribed. Thank you, Jamie. I really appreciate the subscribe, man. I really appreciate it. I try my best to show as much help as I can provide, man. I mean, I'm just giving you my personal experience, so I really appreciate you taking the time and, you know, showing this, doing your support and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Honestly, I just do it because I like to help people. So have you noticed in this zone there was only one male and there was multiple females? So I shot the only male that's in that zone because there's 4 females. So the good news with that is, even though there was only one male, it's still the fact that there's multiple females, so there's going to be a consistency of respawns. So as long as you got 3 or more females in each zone, you will most likely see a respawn from a male. Because what you want is to shoot as many males as you can without killing the zone or putting up too much pressure. Because even though the pressure can be high in certain zones, in my experience, it does still affect the respawns. So let's say you went to a zone and it had low pressure and you killed 2 more deer and it's high pressure. It can still mess with your respawns because the pressure's still high, and zones will still be affected by the amount of pressure that's on it. Just remember one thing when you're doing a grind: do not kill the zone, do not kill a female, and don't kill small deer unless, with the exception of if they're in your main zones. That's the only exception you should kill ever a low or lower level. But that do not ever do is kill a female, and don't ever kill a zone. If for some reason you kill an only male in a zone situation type of deal, it's not a bad thing per se. The only thing that's bad about it is you'd have to rediscover the zone. And sometimes those zones can change and they can switch. But in this particular map, it does not usually change. Usually, after a few rounds, you'll see a male sitting there drinking water out of the same zone that you shot the only male out of a couple rounds ago. So keep that in mind as well. As a matter of fact, a lot of people say that this particular map is actually the best map you can actually grind fallow deer in, because it's so open and there's so much room to work with. Now, of course, there's other maps you can go and do a grind on, but a lot of people say that it's a lot more brushier and it's harder to kill your animals because obviously, you know, you got more brush, and it's harder to see your animals that you need to kill. So it's recommended, if you're doing fallow deer in red deer, this is the map to do it because it's the most open and it's the easiest map to attend a Great One grind because it's this is the type of map it is. So definitely hit this map up if you are doing the Great One grind for red deer or you're doing fallow deer. I'm already have a Great One for fallow. I just look to continue the fallow deer grind because personally I enjoy it. I like the fallow deer grind a lot. I also want to get every single Great One I have. Like, I have the elk already. I have the elk rack. All I need is the spoon rack, and you can also also, and I believe there is a buzzsaw rack and there is a spoon rack. I have the elk rack. So I just need two more of the great ones that I have not got yet. Once I get those, then I won't have any other reason to do fallow deer, except if I want to go for rares. But usually when I'm doing a grind, you get rares anyway, most of the time. Now, it has been told before that you can do a grind and you won't usually see a rare, but that doesn't usually happen because during the grind it takes usually at least 1,000 kills, if not more. Now, my first time I've ever gotten a great one, and it actually took me 600 kills, a little over 600 kills, and that's happened to multiple people, but it does happen. You can get the great one under 1,000 kills, but it comes down to AI, really. That's when it comes down to how your respawns work, how your diamonds spawn, how your rares spawn, when your great one spawns. Literally, the main answer is it comes down to literally AI. That's literally what it comes down to. Like, nobody can truly figure out how the respawns work in this game because AI is the only one that controls it, and it's rare. Like, it's random. So you can go multiple rounds and see nothing but good ones, and all of a sudden you go to one of your main zones and see a small deer. Like, AI is weird like that. But sometimes it does happen. You can have a great one or a diamond potential or even a diamond spawn. You kill it and it respawns as a 2. But because it came from that zone, it can also go back to the same zone, but it's a different type of animal, and it's a different type of animal because it responded as something smaller. But that does happen. But like I said, it's okay to shoot a small deer as long as it's in your main zone. I need to reset the time. It is currently 1:46. I got about another hour or so before I have to go to work. So we got about an hour of gameplay yet. We're still doing good, but so far we're already an hour and 12 minutes into the stream. Not bad. We're doing pretty good. Now, I'm not expecting to get a crazy amount of, animals in this particular run because I don't have a lot of time. But we'll try our best. So this is a 2, and that's a 2. So these two before were here. And usually, if I don't want these two here, I can shoot them because they're in my main zone. But in that particular case, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just shoot the ones from over here for now. Not a big deal. Top man, I've got to go. But cheers for the help. Hey, Jamie, you're very welcome. I'm glad I can help you out as much as I can. I hope you have a good rest of your day, my brother. Have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you around. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, what's going on? Oh, shoot. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he's gone. Oh, maybe not. Oh, me. Nope. Yeah, he's too close to the females. Oh, he dropped. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I don't want him there. Okay. So since there's a 2 here and a 2 somewhere else, or somewhere around here. So since this is a main shooting zone, he's fleeing. Okay. So, I was telling you guys earlier that you can shoot a lower level if it's in the main zone. This guy is in my main zone, so I can shoot him because he's in one of my main zones. So, like I said, you want to remove all of your smaller levels in your main zones. That's the only exception. But if you see smaller deer in your other zones that are your main zones, but if you see smaller deer in your external zones, leave them there. That's the goal. You want to hurry management where the small deer in your external and your main deer in your main shooting zones. That's the goal. But that can happen, and you'll figure it out as you continue to shoot them, and you'll figure out where your main zones are and what your main zones are not. But so far, this grind's been pretty good. So we'll collect this guy here, and we will continue on with our grind. Ugh.
So now we got that 2 out of the way. You should be a bigger one that spawns, and you'll see that here in a minute, in a little bit, when I explain when I mean that sometimes smaller deer can spawn as bigger one, as long as they're in your main zone. You know, if they're in your main zones, kill it. If it's not, don't worry about it. I really like these chocolate ones though. These are kind of cool. I cannot tell you how many times I have mistaken these things from a long distance of them being melanistic. Because from a distance, you can't tell if they're melanistic or not. Like, it's really hard to tell because they're so dark. But my favorite one is the white. That's my personal favorite. That's my personal favorite. But yeah, let's go collect this other kill and carry on. So yeah, this is my favorite fur right here. This is my favorite fur. I would love to get a diamond in this fur color. So you see how he's a 2? The only reason why I killed this guy was because he's in one of my main zones. So what's going to happen is, most of the time now, it's not guaranteed he's going to respawn as a bigger animal. He can respawn as a smaller one or even a bigger animal. But it really comes down to AI. So most likely, most of the time, he will respawn as a bigger animal. But because he was in one of my main zones, he had to die. So not a big deal there. We're going to go ahead and continue on and move on to our next zone. Whew. There's a 4. There's another 4. Okay. So here's another good example of what I was talking about earlier. So there's 2 males here, right? But there's 3 females. As long as there's 3, there will always be a respawn here. Now, I could shoot him right now and get mid pressure, but I'm not going to do that because I have a blind here. So what I do is I just enter this blind and I shoot both of them and I still have low pressure. Oh, that female there is in the way. Oh man, don't stop. Female needs to lower her head so I can get a shot on this other guy. Come on, lower your head. I really don't want to shoot above this female, but I might have to. Okay. I hate shooting above their heads because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten robbed when I went to shoot an animal that was right behind a female, and it indicates they were hit, but when I went to shoot the x-ray, it shows the bullet went way above their head. It didn't even touch their body. So for some reason, this 300 Magnum AR-15 is so overpowered, you don't even have to hit the animal directly, and it still kills it. Like, I've actually shot many animals, like even a melanistic red deer. I've shot it in the hub, right, in the foot, right, and it still kills it. Like, I've shot in a great one. No, I'm sorry, not a great one. A diamond by accident, right? I had no idea he was even there. I shot a diamond in the butt, right. Like, it didn't hit any vitals, just right in the butt. Barely. It was basically a flesh shot, and it still killed it. And I barely nicked it. Like, I barely got it. I got it maybe a quarter, or like it's the tiny little edge of his body, and I just hit him, just enough. And I got a flesh shot, and it still killed him. And he died within like 2 minutes after I shot him. Of course, he ran off and he ended up in the woods, but he only got maybe 200-300 yards. Not even. I had to track him down, but it came down to he still died to literally a flesh shot. If that was any other
gun, he would have survived. He would have been fine. Yeah, that was a good shot. These two are gone. So now we're gonna move on to this next zone, and we're gonna go ahead and keep on. All right. But yeah, these grinds can take freaking forever to do. But sometimes these grinds can go real quick. They can go like just like that. But sometimes these grinds can take forever. Like in my case, I've had people do red deer grinds, black bear, grizzly bear, fatal goat that took them only like 2 or 3 days to complete. It took me to do red deer. It took me 16 days. I've had people complete a red deer grind within a week, and that usually does not happen ever. In my most players that play this game usually spend about average about 2 weeks to do a great one grind, but not always. Somebody can really mess with the AI so much because they know how to herd management so well that they can literally make the great one spawn in a matter of less than a week. Like I've had somebody do a speed run on a great one, and they spent countless hours just grinding. Like we're talking like 100 deer an hour, right? That's insane amount. Like most people, I can't even do 100. I can't even do 100 deer an hour, right? I can't even do that. And most people, when they do about 100 deer an hour, of course you can get away with, you know, there's a 3, and 2 females. Okay, so no, there's a 3. Okay, we're all right. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of these 2 guys here and get rid of them. Is that a 4th one? That's a 4th female. Okay, we're in good shape then. Alright, that kind of scared me for a second. I thought I might have missed it. But yeah, the fallow deer grind is my personal favorite as of right now. But I think what I'm going to do is once I complete the fallow deer grind and be done with it for a while, like honestly, it's actually personally one of my favorite grinds to do because I absolutely love it. It's fun. It's a fallow deer. Fallow deer grind is a really fun grind to do. I really enjoy it. Once I get all 3 of the great ones, I think the only reason I'd come back to fallow deer is if I either want the rares or if I want to do another fallow deer great one just because. But for me, my main objective is to get all 3 great ones and set them up as one trophy lodge. I want to have all 3, and that's my main goal. Is I just want to have all 3 great ones for fallow, and then after that, I won't have any reason. Like I'd say, probably will be on this great one grind for at least another 2 months, at least, because at how long it's gonna take to get a great one to spawn, it takes at least amount of 600 kills, if not more. Like I think once I'm done with the fallow deer grind, I'm gonna move on to whitetail. And I've heard that whitetail takes forever to do. And I've actually had people tell me before that to do a whitetail grind actually takes anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 kills. That's insane. 5,000 kills to do a great one grind for whitetail. It's actually quite insane. He's the only one that's at that zone, so I'm not going to shoot him. There's one there, so there's a 4. I get a good hit on him. He should die. Just to make sure. Didn't want to take chances. Better to put him down than take guesses. So in this case, it looks like there's a 3 there, right? There's another 3. Look at all those females. Like this is a good example of what you want to see at a zone. This is considered one of my main zones because of the amount of females. If you got a lot of females like this, this is a good zone because you'll have consistent
respawns because of the amount of females that are in. Like having females in your zones are important because those will be the ones that most likely bring you the most amounts of respawns. It's important, but I think for now, I think I'm gonna leave those guys there. I'll come back in the next round. So that's the other thing too. Like what I do is if I see like smaller threes, I don't usually touch them right away. I let them be, because for all I know, I can shoot another deer at another zone, and it can come out to that particular zone and respawn as a bigger animal. Like, I don't always shoot every animal in every zone all the time. Sometimes I just let it be, and I usually just see, like, that should have hit the neck, man. Like, look at that. Perfectly lined up, but for some reason I got rubbed. Like, that's a perfect angle. That should have directly into the lung, or into the neck, but it's okay. It's a game. That, on the other hand, right through the lung, into the liver, into the stomach. That was a perfect shot. But it's okay. At the end of the day, it's a video game. It's not realistic to the top, to the extent. It's a game. So, it's a simulator. It's not going to be perfect, but it works. Alright, right now, current time is 2 o'clock or 1400. So, we got about another 45 minutes or so until I have to get off. We're going to try to get as many kills as we can in, and hopefully we'll see something good. I would like to see... That is not the one. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. You see how I saw just a male there and there was a female right there? That right there is a perfect example of why it's so important to scan and not go by the first thing you see, because I had no idea that she was even there. She was perfectly lined up with this guy. There it is. This is most likely is going to be a troll, because he is a 218 to 254. This is a good chance he's probably a troll, because his highest estimate is diamond, and to be a diamond you need a 250. You need a 149.99 to be a diamond. But because that's his highest estimate, and his lowest estimate is 118. This is a good chance could be a troll, but it's not saying it's not possible. It could be a diamond, but we don't know that for sure. Oh, perfect! He's coming right in. I don't want to shoot him yet, though. I'm gonna get a little closer to him. He's about 200 yards out, a little over 200 yards, and here I am talking about a diamond. There's a potential right there. And let's see. It looks like that female's gonna get it my way here. So let me try to move in a little closer to him. If I get about 180 yards, that's be gold. I'll drop him on the spot. Point blank range. Alright, let's see. 180 yards. 6. I think that's be okay. 185. That should be a perfect shot. So we're gonna do aim right for the lungs, right. Dropped him. They didn't even feel a thing. He didn't even know what hit him. So this could be our first diamond of the stream. This will be considered for me, because like I said in the beginning of the stream, I started this grind before I streamed any of it. Like I've already started this grind before I recorded anything. So this would be number 6. This is either going to be diamond number 6, or it's going to be another troll. I'm going to say it's a troll because of the lower estimate. I think this is going to be a troll, but it could be a diamond. It's a possibility. It's definitely possible because it does have potential. Its highest estimate is 254, which is diamond. So I think it's going to be a troll, though. But there's only one way to be sure about that. We just gotta wait for him to come up, and we'll just wait and see what he does. Until then, we're gonna have to wait for him to show up. But honestly, my thoughts about the red deer grind while we wait for this guy is it was a fun experience. Like, I recommend anybody that wants a little bit of a challenge and
wants something to do like on their game for like the next 16 days, if not longer, or you might even have a shorter time than me. Like for me, it took me 16 days, but generally it can be different for everybody. Like just because it took me 16 days doesn't mean it's gonna take you 16 days. Like that's something that I learned as I played this game, is everybody's grind is different. Like there's people out there that only grind for like 3-4 days and get the great one and be done with the grind. Some people like myself can take either over 2 weeks to a month or even longer, depending on how often you play, how many hours you spend on the game, and how consistent you are with your herd management, if you're using herd management. But everybody's grind's different. Alright, so this guy's finally popping up. Come on. Alright, y'all, ready? Let's see. He might be diamond. He might be diamond. Because these points here, it's a good indication he may be diamond. It's a good possibility. I'm still going to say he's a troll. But he may be a diamond. We'll see. He's a diamond. When you look at that, he's a diamond. Perfect double lung shot right through both lungs and exit right through the body. Wow. He's a 253. He was almost at his max estimate. He was a 254 was his max estimate, and he got it. He was damn near his max estimate. So that's number 6. This is a perfect example of what could have been a troll turned out to be a diamond. So, yeah. This is number 6. So far, we had 1 troll and 6 diamonds. Alright, let's go ahead and continue on. Perfect. So we've had, so far, 1 piebald show up, 6 diamond now, and 1 troll. So 6 diamonds, 1 troll, 1 rare. So far in this grind, I've only been on this grind for a little over a day. So honestly, this particular grind is going pretty well. I've had pretty consistent diamonds popping up. I've had 1 troll, and it's been pretty good. I have like an idea of what ones have good deer and which ones do not. So honestly, it's been pretty good. I can't complain. All right, let's see what this zone has to offer. Let's see. The last couple diamonds I had was in this zone right here. So let's see what's in this zone. There's a 4. There's a 3. Okay, so those are 2 potential ones I might kill. So alright. He's a 203. And what is he? He's a 2. Okay. So let's see. That's a 203 is max estimate. And he is a 148. Okay. So the ones you want to shoot are this 4 and that 3 right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until he lowers his head to start drinking water, and I'm going to, here you go. Oh, shit. He stopped. Okay. Oh. Nope. That's okay. He died, I think. I got a bad shot on him. No big deal. Where'd you drop? So our first kill is here. Where'd you drop? Where'd you drop? Doesn't look like I could see him, but he didn't get very far. His last time that he was on, he was 0 to 25. So regardless, he was dead. But like I said, if you are looking for a weapon to do the grinds with, it does not hurt to use this weapon here. As if you just want to take down deer that don't matter to you. The only animals that should matter to you are the ones that you use the proper weapon for. But if you're using just to kill 3s and 4s, it doesn't hurt to use improper ammo, improper, guns. It doesn't hurt. because if you want to be able to get all the deer as consistent as you can, and be, just consistently killing animals and just grinding and grabbing them and keeping on bagging them at a much faster pace, using improper ammo that's overpowered for the animal that you're shooting doesn't hurt, because it also kills the animal faster. Because, like, this gun here, I can shoot any of these animals in the foot. That's not even it's a non-brutality shot. Like, if you shot an animal in the foot, the chance of it dying is like slim to none. Now, I'm not personally a hunter in real life, so I could be wrong on that. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I don't really can't image myself shooting an animal in the foot and then dying from it. Like, the chances of that happening is very unlikely. But I could be wrong. I'm not a hunter in real life. I don't hunt in real life. But this definitely does want to bring me interest in wanting to hunt. It's a fun game. But at the same time, it's generally science. It gives you an idea what hunting can be like. I mean, there's a guy that I watch, his name is KG Gaming, and he hunts, and he does a lot of trapping, and he does a lot of different things. I highly recommend going to his channel and checking him out. But this game, it gives you an idea, if you're not a hunter, of what hunting's like. It's fun. There it is. Oh, well, you look at that, he's right there. I didn't think he'd get far. Alright, currently it's 211. Not bad. Ah, okay, so I did get him with a good vital. Well, it says it's not a vital, but I should say, if it's here, the stomach, the liver, or the lung, or the heart, if you hit any of these places, it should be considered a vital. But it's not in this game for some reason. I don't really know why, but it isn't. Alright, so how I do my runs most of the time is I start here, work my way here, 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 and then what I do is once I get done here, then I come down to this zone here, then switch over to this one. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. I start here, kill people here if I find one. Kill animals, I'm sorry, not people. If I kill animals here, and then I go to this zone, kill zones here if there's one, and if I do find some good deer on the other side, I kill them here, and then I teleport from here to there, and then I go from here to there, and I go to this zone here. Then once I go here, then I go to this zone, and I check this one. Then once I'm done with this one, I'll either go to this zone here, and I'll start here. It's one of the two. Most of the time, I'll start here because there's more deer here. Because a lot of times in this zone, there's not really too many population here. A lot of times there's like maybe one or two, if that are in here. So most of the time I go here and I start here. And then once I get done with this zone, then I'll go here. And then after that, I go to this zone. And then I start all over again. Just repeat the process. So, since we're done here, we're going to go to this zone next. So that's pretty much how I do mine. Some small ones. There's a 3 and what? There's 2 3s. Okay. I need to change the time anyway. It's time for me to change the time. Change the time. Okay, what do we got? Oh, they responded. Good. Alright, so the 3s are there. That's the same ones there. I won't shoot him because he is the only one that drinks out of that zone. So I don't want to shoot the zone yet. So, well, I'm not going to. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Because eventually, sooner or later, there will be another animal that drinks out of that zone. But until then, I'm going to leave it alone. So let's see what I can get out of this. So it doesn't look like I can get a shot on him. It's too risky with that doe sitting there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot this guy here. made that too easy for me, sir. Like, that was a too easy of a shot. Wow. Oh well, we got both of the males there, so good. That was an easy shot. Let's go collect our kills and we move on to the other side. It is 2:14. Yeah, that other one disappeared. He heard my shot and he just booked it. All these other deer are just having a field day. Whoa, hello. That's a fucking diamond. That's a diamond. Are you serious? 245 to 286. Hold the fucking phone. We are going after him. Hold on. That's another diamond. That's the second diamond right now. What? Alright, we gotta hurry up and collect these we gotta hurry up and collect these kills because we're going after that diamond. That is a guaranteed diamond, just about. Just about. I'm not gonna say he's a guaranteed diamond, but based off his level, he is very likely to be a diamond. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna go chase his ass down, and we are gonna go track him. We're gonna go find him where he is. He's probably heading over to these zones here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fast travel, and then we're gonna go over to the other side of that hill there, and we're gonna go find that motherfucker, and we're gonna put a nice 50 caliber round into his lung. We're gonna go find that diamond, and we're gonna collect our second diamond in less than 5 minutes. We're gonna go find him, and we're not gonna stop until we kill him. And the best part is, not even gonna be a 50 caliber round. He's gonna meet his left or right lung, but he's also gonna have a field day because he's having not just any gun shooting at him. It's gonna be a nice flintlock or musket, whatever you want to call it. Same difference, same gun, classic gun, awesome rifle. Highly recommend it. Anyway, we're gonna go find out where the hell he went because he shouldn't have gone too far. Where'd he go? Where'd you go? I need to know where you went. That was a nice looking diamond. There's a small one. So where did this diamond go? I need to know where that diamond went because I want him. Did he go over the hill? 246 to 286. That's a big diamond, man. For all I know, he may have turned around, went back up the other direction. I don't know what happened to him. All I know is he went over this hill here. All I know is that was a nice diamond. We're gonna find him. Damn, man. Man, if I lost that diamond, well, guess what we're doing next when we go back around? We're gonna go find him, and we're gonna track him, and we're gonna kill him. So even if, okay, we don't get him this time, it's okay. We can get him the next time around. Oh, there's a fallow deer mating call. Maybe he's up here. He might be up in these trees here. Because the next time he come back around again, he'll be right back into his drink zone. Oh. Oh, he saw me. Never mind. I really want to know if that diamond's up here. And guess what? The best part is, if I'm not mistaken, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought he was a melanistic. He looks like a melanistic, but he's not. If he's not up here, that's not a problem. Because we'll still find him at his drink zone. I think he was located in this drink zone right here. I think he was. He's a dark... That other deer looks like he's a dark chocolate, but man, if you're not paying attention, you really can't tell that much of a difference. because they're just dark animals. Is there anything down here? No. There's another diamond. That's another diamond. That's the second diamond I spotted in a matter of like 10 minutes. That's the second diamond. Or, yeah, he is a 239 to 280. He's not quite as big as the other one. But, dude, we got 2 diamonds right now we could be hitting after. Yeah, we're going to go after him. And we're going to get a good shot on him. But when it comes to that other one, we're going to have to just wait. And we're just going to have to go track him down the next time we go back around. Not a huge deal, because he'll return back to his drink zone whenever we come back around again. But I have to remember that there is a diamond over there that I got to be more cautious with what I'm shooting at, because of the fact that he's a diamond. I don't want to ruin him and let him take off again. I didn't know he was even there, to be honest with you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on getting this diamond. Because based off his rack alone, yeah, that's a diamond. That's definitely a diamond. That's definitely a diamond, 100%. I think that other one we spotted went up into the trees and went back that way. He didn't come all the way around. It's okay. Regardless, we got another potential. We got another most. It's still most likely. It's still considered a potential, because its lower estimate is still below diamond rating, but its upper rating is a 280. That's way above diamond. Diamond for these guys is a 249. That's literally, it's a 249. This guy is a 239 at a minimum rating, and he is maximum 280. So based off his rack, he looks to be probably a 270. Yeah, 239 to 280. He's pretty much a guaranteed diamond. That's what it comes down to. This is a perfect opportunity to take my nice musket I got. Oh, he's at. Oh, I didn't even realize he was attentive. I don't want to scare him. I got a good shot. If we can get a good shot on this guy, it looks like we have a good shot. Oh, there's a fucking... I mean, I could still hit him, but I don't know if I want to take that chance. I need to make sure I get a good shot on him and not have any... Well... man, I don't like that, because the dough's in the way. Okay, I can handle that shot. Let's get him. And drop. Wow. He didn't even... That was... Wow, he didn't even feel a thing. Alright, let's see what he is. He should be a diamond based off his rating. It should be. When it comes to the other one, we're gonna have to come back around and grab him. This should be a diamond. Oh wow, yeah, he's definitely a diamond. I am not even worried that he's not. He's bigger than the other one we got. The other one I was a little worried. He was a 218 to 254, and he turned out to be a diamond. He was a 253. This is probably a 270. He's huge. 259. Yeah, he's diamond. Yep. Yep. Yeah, minimum estimate for diamond is 249.99, and he was a 259, so he was above. He was still a diamond at the end of the day. He's still a nice one. Not a bad kill, man. All right. So we're gonna have to remember to grab that other diamond and be more cautious because I need to know where he went. Because that one was even bigger than this one we just got. That one makes number 7. This is the 7th diamond we got in this grind so far. So we have had 7 diamonds, 1 troll, and 1 rare fur. This is number 7 we got. Time is currently 2:24. Unfortunately, I don't believe, I could be wrong, but I don't believe we have any super rares, I don't think. Unless a melanistic, okay, so I was going to say, is that another diamond? But no, he's a pretty big 4. I thought he was going to be another diamond, but no, it's okay. Alright, let's see what we got down here. Oh shit, he sees me. I didn't realize, I wasn't paying attention. I need to make sure there's nothing else down here. Is there anything else on here? I don't believe so. Alright, we're gonna have to take them. These are, oh. Done. Something behind, what is that? Oh, that's a bunny. I was gonna say, what the fuck is going on over there? Alright, let's go grab our kill. He's over there. Time sure does fly by when you're having fun. Jeez. A perfect vital shot. Yeah, he was a 217. He was still a nice one though. Alright. Let's move on to the next zone and see what we can find. That diamond before, man, I didn't even realize he was even there. He had to have been at that other zone that it was hiding behind the rock. Man, I didn't even realize. But we know where he is now, and we have a chance to grab him next round. We come back around, we have a shot. Man, that's insane. Like, I believe that diamond was in these two, either this one or that one. He was in one of these 2 zones. Regardless, we're going to go after him when we go see him. When the next time we come back around, we're going to go get him. And that's another diamond. So we're going to go, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he might be in my favorite rare fur too. Or not rare fur, white fur. I really like that fur a lot. So let's see here. Anything good? There's another 3, okay. Oh shit. Okay. He's the only one we can kill in this zone, so we're gonna go grab him. And he's a shit. Alright, no big deal. Not a big deal. We'll go grab him. These floaters though, when you're dealing with them, man, it takes forever for them to come to you. I wish these things would not float, but they do. I wish they would just drop where they get snacked with the bullet, but then again, it's a game. Damn, man, I really wish these things would take less time, but they take fucking forever. Oh man. Kill and move on. Double long shot, perfect shot. I don't believe there's anything down here. There's not, but sometimes AI can. Alright. Let's go and grab this check out this zone and see what we can find. I know when I did the red deer grind that I was averaging per time I'd go and grind. I was averaging at least 4 to 5 diamonds per grind time.
Oh, hi.
Like 4 to 5 different diamonds per round. Like each time I got on, from the time I got on to the time I got off. There is a 3. Hold on. Yeah, that's a 3. There's anything else down here? Wow, there's a lot of good ones. And there's plenty of females too, so the amount of respawn should be good here. I'm gonna go smack him real quick. He's a 2, so we're not gonna shoot him. We're gonna leave him be. So, we're going to move on to this zone and see what we can cap here. I believe we're still on good time, but let me double check the time just to make sure. Alright. Yeah, this grind's been going pretty well, honestly. I wasn't expecting to grab so many diamonds or seize many. I honestly wasn't expecting it. I really wish I had a shot on that other diamond, though. I really wish I did, because he was a big diamond. He was a really big diamond. But it's okay. We've had probably, we've seen 1. We grabbed 2 diamonds in this stream. I think 3. Or we grabbed 2 and we've seen 3. So this time around's been pretty good. Doesn't look like anything decent. What is that? That's a 3. He's a 177. Do I want to grab him? Yeah, we'll harvest him real quick. Why not? We'll take him out. But the question is, before we kill him, is there anything over here? Because you don't know what's around you. You never know. There could be a 5 medium somewhere laying around. You never know. But from what it looks like looks like we're clear. We're gonna take the shot. Taking the shot. Target's down. Nice, dropped him. He's down. Now we're gonna go ahead and continue that way. I really like this camo that I put on my gun. Like, it really fits it well. It's a really nice weapon. Expensive, but it does the job. And it does what it needs to, and it kills. This is probably the most reliable long range and short range gun you can get in this game, from my experience. Now, I'm sure there's probably somebody out there that's probably watching this if they ever do see my channel. Because, you know, I'm not exactly a popular YouTuber, but I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there that disagrees. That's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, but man, that is a absolute insane monster. From that direction, you can get that kind of a hit. But on my musket, that thing does some serious hammering damage, man. It's insane. Current time is 2:33. Alright, so that's another 3. I would normally try to cane that, but he's moving and I'm not exactly in a good area, so we're just gonna wait till we get a little closer to him. I just can't wait to go back around and grab that diamond, because I think I'm gonna try to claim that before we end this stream. Because if we can claim one more diamond before the end of this stream, that'd be awesome. Because I don't know why, but for some reason I can't stream at night. And it's not because I don't want to, it's because I literally can't. Like, my streams, for some reason, they fail. And every time I try to stream at night, something goes wrong. Like, it's after within the first hour, something goes wrong, and it's so annoying. I don't know, it's because of the fact that at night it messes with the towers around me, or just generally my internet just doesn't like streaming at night. I don't know what it is, but for some reason at nighttime I can't stream. So I try to do it during the day, which is no big deal. Like, I think once 8 o'clock rolls around, I can get about a good 2-3 hours in with no issues. What do we got? So there's a 3, there's a 3. Now, any decent, is there any 4s? It doesn't look like it. There's a female right in front of that male. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the shot and we're gonna aim right here. Taking the shot. Target down. Perfect. Went nice and smooth, just like I wanted it to. Now there's 2 down there. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna kill anything in this next zone, because if we do it that way, it will create a high pressure in between this zone and this zone. You know, the pressure would be too high. So if there is a good one in this zone, in the next zone coming up, I'm gonna have to leave it, because if I kill it, it's gonna create a much too higher pressure. We're gonna go claim our kills, and then we're just gonna scan it, but we're not gonna kill anything else in this zone, because we've already killed 3. We killed 1 back there, and we killed 2 here, so we've already reached our maximum kills. So we shouldn't be killing it. What is that? That's another... Oh my god. What is with the diamonds today? Holy shit. I don't want to... I can't kill it, though. He's another diamond possibility. He's a 213 to 254. That's the same one as last time. But, based off his rack, I think he's a troll. I think he's a troll. Because the points on the back of his antlers. Well, yeah, he's a troll. Based off his antlers and what they look like, he's a troll. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna visit a couple other zones, and we're gonna find out for sure if he's a troll or not. But I'm almost pretty sure because of the way he's... Yeah, that's... And I really don't want to kill him because it'll create too much pressure. I'm gonna have to wait. That's a 3. Alright, we're gonna have to leave him be because we can't kill him now because that'll create, like I said, too much pressure. Alright, we're gonna leave him be for now. So, we're gonna go to this zone here. That's another 5. Like, we've been getting a lot of them today. Holy shit. That could be a possibility that we might see a great one here soon. Because we've seen 4 diamonds already. Possibility. I think out of all of them we saw, I think that one's going to be the troll that we get out of all of them. I think he's going to be the troll that we get. I think once we kill that one we saw over here... I think once we kill that one we saw over here, and then we kill the one that's over in this area, I think he's going to be a diamond, and I think the one we saw over here, he's going to be a troll. I'm almost pretty sure. Because when you can kind of tell if they're a troll or not because of the point on the back of their antler points out. You can kind of tell if they're a troll or not. He's a 3. Another 3. Oh, I have to reset the time anyway. What do we got? What is that? Is that another? That's another diamond. What is with the diamonds today? Dude, he's a 229 to 271. He's freaking huge. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what the hell's going on, but there is a lot of diamond potentials right now. This is the 5th one we saw in this fucking run. There is so many diamonds spawning at once. Shit's going crazy right now. Is this a sign that the great one could be spawning? Knock on wood. Is there a possibility? Is there a slight possibility that we could see a great one? Because diamonds are just popping up like this. There are so many diamond potentials. Like, we saw one. Okay. So like I was saying before, we saw one in this area. We saw another one here. And now there's another one here. What is going on? There's so many 5s spawning at once. It's going nuts. What is that? That's a 4. Okay. Okay. He's a pretty big one. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, first of all, I ain't bitching about this, okay? What we are going to do is we're gonna go over to this zone here, and we are taking him out. We're gonna go over and we're gonna grab that one, and we're gonna go over here and we're gonna take these guys out. Because right now, my main focus is grabbing that diamond right over there. And based off what I see, he's a diamond. Is he? 229, 271. He should be a diamond. He should be a diamond. Once we get to about 180 yards, we can take the shot and drop him. Looks like he's a diamond. It looks like he's a diamond. And I'm just letting you guys know right now, I ain't hacking. This is all legit. This is all nothing but herd management. This is the type of shit you can see when you herd management. Like, this is insane. Okay, taking the shot. Target down. Now, the question is, did I aim at the lungs? Because I tend, for some reason, I tend to aim too high. So, let's take a look. Oh, is he? Oh yeah, he's a diamond, I think. Let me get a little closer look at his antlers. I don't want to grab him just yet. I want to see what, oh yeah, I got a vital. That's good. Oh, he may be, well, he may be a troll. Let's find out. Diamond. Wow, he's a big boy too. 262.41. Wow. Ah, yeah, I did aim a little high. Okay. I need to remember that this thing shoots high really at that kind of distance. I need to aim lower. But we got him. What is that? Number 3? Number 3? Number 3rd diamond that we got? That's the 3rd diamond we got in the last less than an hour. Right now it's 2:43, so technically I should be getting ready to end this stream, but we ain't ending this stream until we get that last diamond. I'm just being all dead serious right now. Like, we ain't about to end this stream with the way this thing's acting right now. This right now is acting like nuts. Ah. Oh, you dodged it. Did he dodge it? What the hell? Yeah, he did dodge it. Yeah. Nowhere in the water. He moved his head at the very last second.
He literally moved his head at the last second. He just barely missed my round, but it's okay. We got the one we were looking for. We got the 4. It's okay. We're all good. All right, mid pressure, no big deal.
This stream's been really, really good. I honestly did not think it would be this good.
Wow. Whatever's going on right now, it needs to keep this going because this is actually really awesome right now. I'm almost pretty certain that other one that we saw at the last pond that we were at, I think he's going to be a troll. But that one we saw over that mountain hill
is going to be a diamond as well. He was a 249 to 281, so he's definitely going to be a diamond. I don't have a doubt in my mind, but that one right there, he's a huge one, and we're going to go after him next. We're going to go after him. We're going to take him out. I'm going to be shocked, okay, if we go and before we end this stream, if we get that 10 Fable, dude. If there's going to be a way to end this stream right now, if we have that 10 Fable pop up, we are going to have a hell of a day. Like, that would be a hell of a way to end the stream with a fucking 10 Fable. 10 Fable meaning the great one. We're going to find out. In the meantime, we're going to continue our zones. We're going to see what we can find. There's 2 3s. Okay, we'll take both of them out. Now, don't fall in the water. Please don't fall in the water. I really don't want you to fall in the water. Just lay down where you're at, and I'll come grab you and harvest you. Alright. Yep, perfect shot. Taking the shot.
Wow. He laid down. Target down. We're good. So check this out, guys. Every single time I exit this thing while I'm reloading, okay, my character will reload this gun again because you can see it didn't reload. This is what happens. Call the Wild, can you please fix this problem where my character is reloading an invisible clip or a magazine? Like, every time that you reload your gun, as you're exiting a blind or a tree stand or whatever, my character reloads an invisible clip or magazine. Like, can you fix that? Like, that's annoying.
Alright, let's go grab our kills and we're gonna carry on. And I gotta be honest, I'm really talkative today. Like my last stream, I really didn't say a whole lot. This time, I'm doing a lot of talking. Good, it's good. It's good shit. But then again, my game is acting amazing right now with all the good diamonds and shit that are potentially spawning in. Alright, so we got... That's 9. I think that's 9 diamonds right now we're at. I think that's 9. What is it now? 7, 8. That one might be 9, and then the other one at the other pond will be 10 diamonds, potentially. Because the one at the pond was the last, like the one by the one of my main lakes. I think that one is a 229 to 271. I think. Regardless, he may be a troll because of his low estimate. But we've also shot lower, so he may not be a troll. But I can't tell by his antlers. But I think he is a troll because you can kind of tell by the antlers, but it's hard to tell from a distance. So let's see what we got going on over here. Time is right now is 2:50. Honestly, this has been a great stream. I've been going on for 2 hours and 15 minutes, man. been a really great stream, honestly. So even if we don't capture that next 2 diamonds, it's okay because we've had already a great stream. We've had multiple diamonds. We've had a great 2 hours.
I honestly cannot complain at all. Now, is there anything peeking over here? What do we got? There's a 4 and a 4. There's 2 4s here. We're gonna go ahead and take them both. Bam, just like that. I would like to see a 10 Fable in white. The white fur that I like. I would love to see that.
And there's our 2 kills. Right through. Perfect shot.
Oh, where you going there, sir? Wow, ripped off the entire thing. He's done. Alright, move on. Alright, we're almost at that other zone. I think I may skip that one area to see if we can get that diamond. But we'll see. We may or may not. We don't know yet. We don't know.
Because I don't have to leave for my work until 3:20. So we still got a little bit of time yet. But regardless, this has been a great stream. Alright, what are we just going on over here? Turkey. Somehow. What's going on over here? Oh, it's just him. He's the solo one. Not a big deal. A 2 and a 2. Well, yeah, he's fine. I ain't worried about him. Alright, over here. Just small one. It's not a huge deal. Alright, let's go check on this one real quick. See what we can find. We'll go this way real quick just to see what we can find. We might find something good. We may not. We'll see. We'll see. What do we got? Yeah, he's a small one. He's a 3, a 2. What time is it? 2:19. I mean 12:19. We're good. We're alright. So we're going to leave that one alone. We're going to go into the next one. He's a 3. We can always come back and grab another time around. No big deal. But we're going to see what we can get in this zone. This is one of my main zones here. This one right here is one of my main shooting zones. We're going to see what we can find in this one. Getting our little hut here and see what we can look up, see what we can find. What do we got? Small ones, small deer. Alright, well, there's a 3, and a 3. There's some 3s mainly. We're going to let this one go. We're going to go after this zone here, and we're going to go find out what we can get. We are going to go after that one other diamond that we saw earlier, and we're going to go hunting down, and we're going to see if we can find them. Now, in this zone here, there's a 4. I'm going to shoot that 4 real quick, though. I'm going to shoot him real quick. He's a nice looking 4, so we'll take him out. shot him. We're gonna go over to this one over here. So we'll come back and grab him. In the meantime, we are going to head over to this direction and see if we can spot that other diamond that we saw earlier. But at the same time, though, he might have been sleeping up in the trees here. That's definitely a possibility too. That he could have been up in here sleeping, because this is also a sleeping zone for fallow deer as well. So there's a possibility that this could have been just happened to be a diamond sleeping up in the trees, and when he heard my shot, he could have just spooked off. That could have been a possibility for sure, but most likely not. Oh, hi. Alright, this other one's over here. I'm not worried about him. Let's just see if there's a diamond fallow here. Let's just see. But I'm gonna try my best to go over here and take a nice shot without being detected. Because if there's a diamond here, we're taking him. No exceptions. Let's just see what we can find. Let me get on top of this hill here. Get the advantage. Hopefully there's not too much cover up on this side of this hill. That's let's just see. I keep getting warning. Oh. He sees me. Oh shit. I hope that diamond's not down there. There's a small 2. Looks like he may not be down here. He might have been sleeping up in the trees over back behind us. That could be the case. Hey, that's okay. Not a big deal at all. We have another potential diamond at the other pond, so we couldn't shoot last time because we had too much pressure built up. Oh, wait. Wait. Maybe. Maybe. Ah, there's another drink zone. I didn't know that was here. Would you look at that? Another drink zone. Nice. Now the question I have is that diamond here, or was he just happen to be a pass by? Even through my first grind, I never knew that drink zone was here. Alright, not a big deal. Let's just see, let's just see if we can find that diamond. That's my goal. There's a 2 or a 3, I'm sorry. Jeez. If I can read numbers would be nice. I would love to find that diamond. Current time is 2:58. Alright, where are you at? Yeah, he went. Dang, man, that sucks. If he's not here, then that's unfortunate, because that was a nice one too. But if he's not here, he's not here. Not much you can do about that, unfortunately. Nope. I think he's gone, guys. I think we missed him. I think we missed our opportunity and we can't get him now. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he may not. Who knows? There's a possibility he may. He may not. I don't know. Listen, sir. You were just passing me. You can, like, go
Go pound sand or something.
Jeez. Gotta bother me. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. That really sucks. I didn't want to chase him down because, you know, for all I know, there could have been another diamond I could have been spooking off, because supposedly diamonds were just spawning like fucking crazy. Oh, there he is. And he's traveling. Oh, I found him. He was a 245 by 286. I finally found him. Oh, he's attentive. I don't want to spook him now. Hold on. Oh, I didn't think I was that close. Hold on. Wait. We got a chance now. Take it. And yes, we got a good shot. Holy shit, we did get him. No way. Please tell me I got a good shot on this deer. Please tell me I got a good shot on him. It's 3 o'clock. Tell me I got a good shot on this deer. Please tell me I got a good shot. I honestly thought we lost this one. Oh, we messed him up. And he was a 254. He was a diamond. And damn it. That sucks. That's my fault. I ain't too high. That sucks. But he's still a diamond at the end of the day. He was still a diamond. Oh well. Well, there's always time for another. Can't win them all, man. Can't win them all, man. That sucks. I was in such a fucking hurry in getting that deer. I didn't aim properly. That's unfortunate. Will you drop, you little shit? Drop. Oh, I had to reload. I'm trying to put him down, but he's not wanting to come down, I guess. Alright, hold on. What's this thing zoomed to? 109 yards. Alright. Alright. That's unfortunate, man. That really sucks. There's some small ones there, so I'm not really about that zone. That one's pretty low with deer. Oh man, I'm bummed out, man. That was another diamond and I messed him up. I mean, he was acting like I got a good shot on him because he died fairly quickly. So I was kind of surprised that... There's high pressure. Okay, I can't kill anymore. Okay. I honestly wished that I would have gotten a lung shot on him. That really sucks, man. That sucks. But can't win them all, man. It's okay. At the end of the day, he's still a diamond. So even though I didn't claim him, he's still a diamond. So that makes number, I think, 9 or 10. I think he's either 9 or 10 diamonds. I didn't claim him or I didn't save him, but he's still a diamond at the end of the day. He's still a diamond. Even though I messed him up, he's still a diamond. Regardless, he's still a diamond. I just didn't hit him in the vitals, so I didn't get full score. That sucks because he was a nice one. But he wasn't as big as the other ones that I got. I think he was actually one of the smaller ones, to be exact, actually, to be fair. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this thing's overpowered. Like, okay. Like, okay, yeah, he had a bone fracture, but, like, you can die from a bone fracture because it's obvious reasons. But most of the time, if the deer suffers a bone fracture, a lot of times it doesn't die. But still, it's overpowered. I ain't gonna bitch about how overpowered it is. As far as I'm concerned, it makes my life easier. But still, realistically wise, there's the one yelling down there. doesn't look like that there's deer here. But before we end this live stream, we are going to... That's a 3. There's 2 3s there. Before we end the live stream, I'm going to end this stream with a bang. We are going to go after that 5, and we're going to take them. And that's going to be our last kill for this live stream. Because I need to get ready for work, and it's getting to that time, and time's coming quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to capture that last 5 and see there's a possibility he's either going to be an A, he's going to be a troll, or he's going to be another diamond. And we got to make sure that when we hit this guy, we hit him in the vitals, and we don't hit him with another bone fracture. Like, we don't want to hit him with another spine one. Like, that was a perfect shot, and I messed it up. I aimed too high. That sucks. But regardless of what that's going on right now, man, there has been... We have hit him with so many... We have had so many diamonds spawn in a matter of back to back. It has been insane. There were so many diamonds that spawned in potentials. It's insane. It's insane. I've never had this many diamonds spawn all at once before. Like, not even my first grind I've had this many diamonds spawn all at one time. Like, this stream's been great. Really great stream, man, honestly. Like, out of all fairness, man, it's been a really great stream. I have to change the time anyway, so we're gonna go back and change the time. Hold on, guys. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so we're literally running on low on time because right now it is 15:07. I gotta leave here at 15:20. So we're going to have enough time to kill this one more diamond, and we're gonna have to end the live stream, unfortunately, because right now this is like going amazing with the deer. Like, spawn points is insane. Right now, the diamond peak is at its highest because there's been so many diamonds spawning in. It is insane. Like, I have never seen this many. So, we're going to take our last few moments and we're going to take this last diamond and we're going to end it with a bang, and we're going to take this diamond. Possibility, this may be a troll. This may be a troll, but we're going to find out together. We're going to go here, we're going to aim in the vitals, and we're going to kill it. I just can't believe I fucked up that other diamond and we screwed it up and we were unable to complete our mission because I aimed too high. It sucks bad and it hit me so bad in the heart, but you know what? It's okay because there's always another opportunity to await us. So what we're going to do is we're going to take what we learned from our last chance, and we're going to make sure we get this next diamond possibility, and we're going to hit them in the right areas, and we're going to claim it, and we're going to end that stream with a bang. What? Let's just see what this game has to say and see if it's still here. It should be. I think there's nothing here. There's just dough here. But man, 2 hours and 35 minutes, that's pretty good. That was a pretty good stream, if I say so myself. Alright, there's a dough. Where are you at? Where's that 5? There he is. Now, are you a troll? That's the question I have for you, sir. Are you a troll? Are you a troll? Oh, you... Doe, get out of the way. Are you a troll or are you a diamond? Taking the shot. Please tell me I hit him with the vital. If I got fucked old in this one, man, that's gonna suck. Because I should have not... I should have hit him with the right... I mean, I hope I did. Uh-oh. I might have messed him up. Oh, I might have messed him up. Oh, I did. Are you kidding? Oh, man. Things just went right for a right-hand turn. Well, wait. Okay, wait. We might be in luck. He might have been a troll. We're gonna go find out right now. If this is the second diamond that I messed up, I'm gonna be so upset. Okay.
I think I might switch back to the M1.
Because if I messed up 2 diamonds by just simply hitting them in the right spot,
and I somehow missed and I messed it up again, I swear, I'm gonna go right back to the M1 Grand, because I've been shooting diamonds with the M1, and I've not nearly messed up as many diamonds with that gun that I've had this. Like, I aim in the right directions, and my zeroing's at 109 yards, so it shouldn't be dropping that much. I shouldn't have had, I should have gotten an easy kill, basically. But we're gonna see what this says. If this turns out to be a troll, it's not a big deal. But if I pick this thing up and it's a gold, it was a diamond. If I pick this up and it's a silver, it was a gold. So if we mess this one up and it's actually a gold and it was a troll, then it's not that big of a deal, because he was never gonna meet diamond anyways. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go track him down and we're gonna find out for sure. But before we take him up, we're gonna check out his antlers, and we're gonna find out if he was a potential diamond or if he was a troll. We're gonna find out here in a minute. Time is 15:12, so we got just about a few more minutes, and we're gonna take our last few moments that we have before the end of the stream, and we're gonna find out if he was a troll or not. That sucks, man. Non-vital hit. Okay. I think we might be safe. Yeah, he was a troll.
Oh my god, What? How is that the case? I shot too low? Really? I feel better the fact that it wasn't a diamond, because I didn't think it was, because I kind of figured by the way his antlers looked, I didn't think he was a diamond. But I'm glad he was a troll. But still, how's that the case? 190 yards, it shouldn't have dropped that much from that far. Well, the good news is he wasn't a diamond and he was a troll. But, you know, I feel better about it. You know, at least we only fucked up one of them. That's better than 2 diamonds, I suppose. But, at least we can say that it was not a screw up on my end of things. At least we can say that we are safe. And he was a troll and he wasn't a diamond. So, thank God for that, because I was really hoping he wasn't going to be. But as soon as I walked up on him and I got a good look at his antlers, I knew right off the bat he wasn't a diamond. Because now that I got a reminder of what a diamond rack looks like compared to a troll rack, I can pretty much be convinced when I see it, the rack, get an up close personal look at it, I can kind of tell if it's a troll or not. So let's see what this area has to say. There's some 3s. Okay. Is that another diamond? No, he's a 4. Okay. I was gonna say, if I have to end this shit knowing that there's a fucking diamond in this lake, I'm gonna flip shit. But it's okay. It's just a 4.
Alright, you guys. It looks like we're gonna have to end the stream here. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Right now it is 15:14. I gotta end the stream. For those who came in and took the time to watch me, I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully tonight, when I get off work, I can live stream again. But I cannot promise that it's not gonna work out. It may or may not work out. It can go either way. But I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I hope you guys have the rest of your day. God bless, and take it easy, guys. Hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you guys tonight. We'll see what the internet does tonight. I'll try to live stream again tonight, but we'll see. See you guys.